Hey cat people, let's talk about something that can turn your peaceful home into a war zone: cat fights. You bring a new cat home, filled with dreams of them cuddling together. Instead, you get hissing, swatting, and fur flying everywhere. It's stressful for you, and it's definitely stressful for your cats. But here's the thing, this behavior isn't happening because your cats are mean. Cats don't do mean. They are acting on ancient instincts that we, as their guardians, need to understand. They are communicating their fear, their stress, and their needs in the only way they know how. Our job is to listen and translate. So, why the drama? It all comes down to one word: territory. In the wild, a cat's territory is everything. It's where they find food, safety, and a place to rest. Your house, no matter how big or small, is their entire world, their entire territory. When you have more than one cat, they are forced to share this precious resource. Think about it from their perspective. Suddenly, there's another hunter in their jungle. This new arrival might be seen as a threat to their food supply, their favorite sunny spot by the window, or even their access to you, their primary source of security and affection. Another huge factor is what I call scent identity. Cats live in a world of smells. Their scent is their calling card, their social media profile, all rolled into one. They rub against furniture, walls, and you, to spread their scent and claim the space as their own. This makes them feel secure. When a new cat enters the home, they bring a whole new world of unknown smells with them. This foreign scent can be incredibly alarming to your resident cat. It's like a stranger suddenly moved into your bedroom without asking. The conflict you see is often a desperate attempt to manage this overwhelming sensory information. Finally, let's not forget about personality clashes. Just like people, not all cats are destined to be best friends, and that's okay. You might have a super confident mojo cat who wants to be in charge, and a shy, timid cat who just wants to be left alone. When these two personalities are forced into the same space without a proper introduction, the confident cat might bully the shyer one. This isn't out of malice. It's just a natural expression of their innate feline character. Understanding these core reasons is the very first step toward creating a home where every cat can thrive, not just survive. You might think a cat fight is only about hissing, screaming, and claws. That's just the final explosion. The real conflict, the Cold War, happens long before that. You need to become a detective of cat body language. One of the most common signs is staring. A long, unblinking stare between two cats is not a friendly gaze. It's a challenge. It's a silent battle of wills, with each cat trying to intimidate the other into backing down. If you see this happening, it's a major red flag that tension is building. The air in the room gets thick, and you know something is about to go down if you don't intervene. Another subtle but powerful sign is blocking. This is when one cat physically prevents another cat from accessing a resource. This could be the litter box, the food bowl, a favorite hallway, or even the doorway to the room you're in. The blocker cat might just be lying there, seemingly relaxed, but their position is strategic and deliberate. They are sending a clear message: this is mine, and you can't pass. The other cat, feeling intimidated, will often just turn around and walk away. This creates a huge amount of stress and can lead to issues like inappropriate urination, because they're too scared to get to the litter box. Pay attention to their ears and tails. A happy, relaxed cat has ears facing forward and a tail held high, maybe with a little curve at the tip. A stressed or fearful cat will have ears flattened back against their head, like little airplane wings. Their tail might be twitching nervously at the tip or tucked low between their legs. Hissing and growling are more obvious vocal cues, but they are late-stage warnings. By the time you hear those sounds, the cats have already been communicating their discomfort for a while. Learning to see these earlier, quieter signals allows you to step in before things escalate. Don't ignore the absence of interaction either. Sometimes, the biggest sign of a problem is that your cats actively avoid each other at all costs. They might live in the same house, but act as if the other cat is completely invisible. They create their own separate schedules for eating, sleeping, and using the litter box to minimize any chance of running into each other. While this might seem peaceful because there's no active fighting, it's a sign of a deeply fractured household. This is a Cold War, and it's just as damaging to their well-being as a physical fight. True harmony isn't just the absence of war, it's the presence of peace. Alright, so you've identified the problem. Now it's time to call a ceasefire and re-engineer their world. The most important concept here is resource abundance. In a cat's mind, conflict arises from scarcity. If they feel they have to compete for food, water, litter boxes, or vertical space, they will fight. So, the solution is simple. Give them more of everything. The golden rule is 1 per cat plus 1. That means if you have 2 cats, you need 3 litter boxes. Place them in different low-traffic areas of the house so one cat can't guard them all. The same goes for food and water stations. Next, you need to catify your space. Cats are vertical creatures. They need to get up high to survey their territory and feel safe. Think of vertical space as extra square footage for your cats. Cat trees, shelves, and even sturdy bookcases give them escape routes and lookout points. A cat who feels cornered is a cat who will lash out. By providing high-up perches, you give the more timid cat a safe place to retreat and observe from a distance. This de-escalates tension immediately because it offers a choice other than fight or flight. It allows them to feel in control of their environment, which is a massive confidence booster. Let's talk about feeding time, which can be a major source of conflict. Stop feeding your cats side by side from one big bowl. This forces them into close proximity when they're already feeling competitive. Instead, create separate feeding stations. Feed them in different rooms, or at the very least, on opposite sides of the same room, with visual barriers between them. This removes the immediate trigger of food competition and allows them to eat in peace. When a cat can eat without feeling like they have to watch their back, their overall stress level plummets, making them less likely to pick a fight later in the day. Finally, engage their hunter instinct through play, but do it separately at first. A bored cat is a frustrated cat, and that frustration can easily be redirected toward a housemate. Use wand toys to get them running, jumping, and killing their prey. This burns off excess energy and satisfies their primal drive. A good 15-minute play session for each cat every day can work wonders. It redirects their focus from each other to the prey, fulfilling their natural instincts in a positive way. A tired, satisfied hunter is much more likely to take a nap than to start a fight with their roommate. Once the active fighting has stopped and you've created a less stressful environment, you can begin the slow process of reintroduction. This is about building positive associations. You want the cats to connect the presence of the other cat with good things. The best way to do this is with food. Start by feeding them on opposite sides of a closed door. They can smell and hear each other, but there's no physical threat. They start to learn that the scent of that other cat means a delicious meal is coming. This is classical conditioning, and it's incredibly powerful for changing their emotional response from fear to anticipation. After they are comfortable eating by the door, you can graduate to visual access without physical contact. Use 2 stacked baby gates in a doorway, or a screen door. This allows them to see each other while they eat, still at a safe distance. Keep these sessions short and sweet. The goal is to end on a positive note, before any staring or posturing begins. You are slowly rewriting the story in their heads. The story is no longer that other cat is a threat. The new story is when I see that other cat, I get my favorite treat. Patience is everything here. Rushing this stage will set you back to square one. Another powerful tool for building bridges is scent swapping. Take a cloth or a sock and gently rub it on one cat's cheeks to pick up their facial pheromones, their happy scent. Then, place that cloth in the other cat's living area for them to investigate on their own terms. Do the same for the other cat. You can also swap their bedding. This allows them to get used to each other's scent in a non-threatening way. After a while, you can even try rubbing both cats with the same cloth to create a shared group scent. This helps them see each other as part of the same social group, the same family. Remember, the goal is not necessarily for your cats to become best friends who cuddle all day. The goal is tolerance and peaceful coexistence. For some cats, that's the absolute best you can hope for. And that is a huge victory. With patience, love, and a deep understanding of who they are, you can transform your home from a battleground into a sanctuary. It takes work, and it takes time. But seeing your cats living together in a state of calm, sharing a sunny spot without a hint of tension, is one of the most rewarding experiences a cat guardian can have. You can do this.